we're going to look at the people who encountered Jesus alive after he had died on the cross. 3 days later, he came back to life, and there were people who saw him. That's how we know he came back to life. Many of them were different people, but they all said they had seen Jesus. So now what we need to do is we're going to count some of those people. So children and adults, listen out for some of the number of people who were able to see Jesus, who Jesus appeared to. The first verse is written out, and I'd like somebody just to hold this verse out. Brilliant. Could you come and hold this out and stand over here? Brilliant. You just stand here, and so everyone can see it. This is from Matthew 28, verses 1 and 9. Are you listening? How many people saw Jesus?
After the Sabbath, at dawn on the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to look at the tomb. Suddenly, Jesus met them. "Greetings," he said. They came to him, clasped his feet, and worshipped him.
Thank you very much. Can you just stand just slightly this way, because then you'll be on the screen.
Oh.
And, okay, how many people did Jesus appear to there? How many people saw Jesus? Were you listening? Did you hear that? How many? 2. Well done. We need 2 volunteers up here to stand behind this verse here. You can come and stand up here. Well done. You are representing one of them, and you can represent the other one. Okay, they were both called. What were they called? Mary and Mary. Okay, so we've got Mary and Mary here. Jesus appeared to the 2 Marys. And no, you're holding the verse. You could be Jesus, actually, in this. Yeah, you're right. I missed something. You're Jesus in this situation. Thank you. This is adding to the plot. Okay, so we've got Jesus and the 2 Marys there. So the next verse we need held up. Somebody else. Another Jesus to hold up this one. Yeah, Sam. This will be more popular now. Okay, so this verse is Matthew 28, and it's verses 16 to 17. Listen, how many people did Jesus appear to? Listen.
Then, excuse me.
That was your one job.
Can't get the help, can you? Can't get the help.
Go for it.
Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted.
Thank you. How many people did Jesus appear to in this situation? 11. Well done. The 11 disciples. So we need 11 people standing up with Jesus here to represent all the 11 people. Up you come. Yeah, you can be one of them. You can be another. Well done. Anyone else want to come up here? Any more? Yep, you can come up. Brilliant. Anyone else want to come and stay on the stage and be one of the disciples here? Yeah, we've got Edward here. You want to come up? Well done. And you can as well. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, one over here. Up you come. I think that's Noah there. We've got a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think one more over here. Brilliant. Yeah, I've counted Rue up there. So we've got 11 disciples here. Okay, this is the next instance. Jesus appeared to some more people, and you need another Jesus to hold this one here. You want to hold it? Brilliant. Okay, this is in Luke 24, verse 13, 30, and 31. Right, what's this say? Everyone listen. How many disciples, how many people met Jesus here?
Now that same day, 2 of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened, and they recognized him.
Brilliant. How many people met Jesus at that point? How many? 2. You're right. Well done, Eden. Brilliant. I need 2 people up here. They were on the road to Emmaus, and they met Jesus. Do you want to come up? You can represent one of those people, and one more to represent. Yep, you can come up. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got those 2 people there. Now we've got another situation happening. Jesus appeared to some other people, and this is Luke 24, verses 33 and verse 36. I need somebody else to hold this. Can you hold that? Brilliant. Right, could you read out? Now listen, how many people in this situation? Go for it, Larry.
They got up and returned at once to Jerusalem, where they found the 11 and those with them assembled together. While they were still talking about this, Jesus himself stood among them and said to them, "Peace be with you."
Brilliant. How many in this situation? I got slightly distracted at that point. Okay, I've got it. Okay, how many were in this situation? Did you hear how many? How many? Oh, very good. We've got a very A student here. 11 and those with them. So at least 11. So we need at least 11 people up here to stand up here to represent those ones. They are some of the people who are also there, but there was a different situation. One was in Galilee, one in Jerusalem. So it's a different sighting of Jesus. Can we have 11 people up here to represent those ones? Might need a few adults. We're running out of children here. Brilliant. Up you come. Well done. That's it. It's 11 plus some extras, so it doesn't really matter exactly how many there were. Oh, my goodness. Okay, there are a lot of people here. Okay, that's fine after that. Otherwise, okay, that's really good. And then we're going on to the next situation. Perhaps you could hold this one. That is John chapter 21, verses 1 and 2.
Afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Galilee. It happened this way. Simon Peter, Thomas, also known as Didymus, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other disciples were together.
Now this is a challenging one, isn't it? I mean, that was quite complicated. There's quite a lot of names, including the sons of Zebedee. So you need to know how many sons Zebedee had in order to work this one out. Anyone online? Is anyone doing anything online, giving us any information? Like giving the numbers? Are they joining in? Okay. If you're online and would like to work this one out, do you want to just read it out again? So we just got the, it's a bit complicated, this one. So you've got to be really concentrating. How many people saw Jesus at this point?
Here we go. Afterwards, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Galilee. It happened this way. Simon Peter, Thomas, also known as Didymus, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other disciples were together.
Right, anyone online having a go at that, Noah? Somebody said in and said 5,000. Okay. That was a little more than the list there. 7. Who was saying 7? 7. Well done. It was 7. Jesus appeared to 7 of the disciples at that point. So we need 7 more people up here to represent those people. We've got 1, 2 over there. Well done. 3. Anyone else want to come up here? 3. We need 2 more people up here. Okay, brilliant. Claire and Vanessa over there. If you come through this way, because if you're the other side of the cross, you can't really be seen on the screen. Okay, what's the last one? This is 1 Corinthians 15:6. Could you hold that up? Listen carefully. How many people did Jesus appear to? This is Paul writing a letter to the church in Corinth in about 20, 25 years later. And what did he say?
After that, he was seen by more than 500 of his followers at one time, most of whom are still alive, though some have died.
Okay, we're not going to ask 500 people to get up onto the stage, but if you added up all the people here, the people online, and there's some other extras, the 500 people who Jesus appeared to, and this is a really important point. Can you just read out this as the little last bit of it?
Most of whom?
Yeah.
So of these 500 people, most of whom are still alive, though some have died.
Now, it's understandable, isn't it? 25 years after Jesus appeared to the disciples and to all these other hundreds of people, many of them were still alive 25 years later. And Paul is saying, go and check it out. They're still there. You can ask them. This is people who have seen Jesus. Go and ask them. Some have died, but many are still alive, and you can go and ask them. Now, what I want to say to you this morning is that these disciples who saw Jesus, they went out and told everyone what they had seen. They weren't saying, come and believe in this philosophy. They weren't coming to say, come and believe in this religion. They weren't saying, come and believe in this faith. They were saying, we have seen Jesus. And it changed their life. This is something, I would like to read out the next page. This is what Peter said to the people. And it's in, I'm getting a bit confused here. I've got two pieces of paper. One of them is the words of Peter in Acts chapter 2.
Next one.
Great. Okay, listen to what Peter said to the people who were... Peter had been really afraid before when Jesus was crucified. He'd run away. He'd betrayed Jesus. But then he was full of confidence when he saw Jesus had come back to life. And all the people in the crowds who were there in Jerusalem, this is what he said to them. He said this to them.
This man was handed over to you, but with the help of wicked men, put him to death by nailing him to the cross. But God raised him from the dead, freeing him from the agony of death, because it was impossible for death to keep its hold on him.
This is what Peter said. He said, I've seen Jesus. He's alive. There was no way that death was going to keep him down. He couldn't be kept down by death. He came back to life, and he was so invigorated by that. He was so full of confidence, he went around telling everyone that Jesus was alive, even to the point where it is said that he was crucified himself on the cross because of the way he was speaking about Jesus coming back to life. So that gives us a challenge today, because we also here, we can attest to the fact that Jesus is alive. We had Claire here, who 2 years ago did not know Jesus. And if you listen to her story, it's online another day. In her room, one evening, Claire felt this incredible presence come over her, full of joy and peace that she hadn't experienced before. And then she went, what is this name? And the name Jesus came to her. And she said, I don't even like that name. But she knew it was real. She knew he was real. And so today, Claire can join in. We can join in. The disciples can join in. The fact that Jesus came back to life. He appeared to many, many people, and their lives were totally changed by him. Thank you so much today, everyone, for joining in. You can all get down and go back and